setting up a standalone site with Noteflight Learn. A lot of folks ask about, do I need to integrate with Google? Do I need to integrate with my learning management system? And you don't have to. It is totally a choice. There are definitely benefits about being integrated with your learning management system, but sometimes having your own complete control of this is advantageous too. So we've looked at a couple options, but now let's look at standalone site setup with Noteflight Learn. So when you go to create a site in Noteflight Learn, you have a standalone option here. Same process we've seen before, and I'll call my standalone site. I hope that name's not taken. I'll run. And then you'll consent to the terms of use, and you'll add the site. It has already been taken. How about standalone site 1? Ta-da. Now, right now, copy this address. This is the URL that you and your students will log into at all times. Please bookmark and save this address, right? Now, we're going to visit the site. And notice it takes me right to add students. You have two options of adding students in a standalone site. You can add them manually, so I can just make up usernames. I can type student1, student is another option too. You can call them that as well, student2, etc. Noteflight does not collect student emails. Noteflight does not want student emails, does not need it. It is only usernames. And in a standalone site, you can put any username you want, right? Now, you can also select password. You can set these up with no password and just let the students make one up the first time, or you can give them all the same password here. It's totally up to you. And you can, by the way, you could copy and paste from a CSV. So if you have a list of like 100 student names and you just want to copy and paste in, you can just copy. I'll just keep copying these. These are all redundant names. You just copy and paste the whole list in, right? However you want to do it. So that's option 1. I'm going to go back. Oops, I went back too far. Let's go back here. So now adding teachers, same process. Adding teachers, you just put usernames in. Same exact process, right? The other option is to manage students with a CSV. So Noteflight supports CSV rostering. Now, you can upload your CSV file here, and Noteflight allows you to do 3 things. And I will admit, I am ill-prepared without a CSV file ready to go. So I'm going to pull up quickly and show you how this works in support. You have your entire standalone management section here, and here are all the instructions for CSV rostering, and you have step-by-step. Now, the interesting about CSV is all you have to do is upload a CSV of usernames. These can be all new accounts, but I know a lot of school districts have a lot of students, and you want to be able to roster and figure out how to manage them all. So if you have a large site and you're not sure of, oh my gosh, it's the end of the year, I know what students I have for next year, I can't remember which ones are in and how to do it, just upload a CSV of the students you know that you want, and Noteflight will match that, and it will say, here's a list of all the names that currently have accounts, here's a list of the ones that don't have accounts yet. In fact, Noteflight will also say, here's a third list, here's a whole bunch of usernames that are actually in your site that were not on the CSV. Noteflight will automatically separate this out for you and make your life easy. So at that point, you have options. You could say, great, I'd like to add these students, remove these students, add or remove these. It's super simple. So you can use the CSV rostering as flexible as you need to be, right? Add new students. You could upload a list of just the students you want to remove, or you could just say, I'm not sure what I have. Let me just put in the students I know I want next year, and Noteflight will separate them into columns and let you choose what to do. And that is how to set up your own standalone Noteflight Learn site.